What is your personality? Is it your behavior, your emotions, your conduct? Maybe it's all of them. Human personality can be basically defined as the range of behaviors that we portray, and this may be dependent on our emotions, our values, persuasions, expectations, etc. But think about all the people that you met today. Was your behavior the same with each and every one of them? Was your personality the same throughout the day? Maybe not. And are these behavioral shifts just an aspect of your personality too? The answer is, we behave differently when we're around different people. It's still us, perfectly original. It's just different versions of our personality that we portray to fit the needs of the gathering. For example, think about the time that you spend with your closest friends. You will be a little more open, not as reserved, a little happier. Think about the time you spend in a classroom with your teacher. You might be more obedient or respectful. Think about the time that you spend with a stranger. Will you be your usual loud, extroverted self or your usual shy, introverted self? Maybe not. So usually our personality reflects the personality of the other person. And this is just a different aspect of our behavior that we portray to fit the demands of the other person. A reason why we do this is because of how we think we should behave in front of that person. Imagine you meet a stranger. They seem very quiet, shy, reserved. Maybe to make them feel comfortable or to respect them, you won't be as loud or as energetic. Imagine you meet a very extroverted and outgoing person. You will behave differently in front of them. And this is still you, it's just different aspects of your personality. Another reason why we behave differently is of how we think we are expected to behave in certain scenarios. A psychology professor conducted this experiment in his classroom. He asked all of his students to fold a piece of paper and form a certain shape. All the students obeyed. That got him thinking, what if this was written in a textbook or just said to a stranger? Maybe they would be a little hesitant, or they would wonder if it's actually worth the effort. And that got him thinking that the same person who read this out of a textbook might not perform it. But in class, around their peers and an authority like a teacher would be more than willing to perform this experiment. And this is because people realize that they are not only expected to comply by their teachers, but also their peers expect them to listen to their teachers and reply obediently. This shows that around different people, we behave differently. Also, our genetics, yes, our hereditary characteristics can affect our behavior. You must be wondering, how is something as original as my personality or my likes and dislikes dependent on my genes? But studies have proved that your likes, your dislikes, your choices, and intelligence and factors like these can contribute to your behavior and personality. Genes have also been known to affect some cases of depression, autism, hyperactivity. They may not exactly cause them, but they can amplify them. This just shows that genes might not form your entire personality, but they can affect some factors dependent on it. The last factor is experience. Experience is the greatest motivator. A person who only has the knowledge of the repercussions of his behavior might not be very strongly motivated to change. But a person who has experienced the severity of the repercussions of his behavior will certainly try to change. In conclusion, I just like to say that human behavior and personality is a very vast concept. And our behavior is basically our response to external and internal stimulus. Our behavior is basically the flexibility and adaptability of our mind. And we don't know too much about it yet. But this leaves space for great discoveries in the future. Thank you.